Hi and welcome to the premiere edition of Patriot Pride. I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Matt. Over the next 30 minutes, we'll be taking an inside look here at Wayne Hills High School. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Coming up next, we will take a look at the boys varsity soccer team. Under the coaching of Nelson Graham, the team hopes to step it up this season. So far, they've been doing a great job. With a record of 2-0, the varsity soccer team plans on having a good year, and we wish them the best of luck with their early success.
The Wayne Hills boys varsity soccer team is off to a great start with a record of 2-0. Under the coaching of Nelson Graham and this year's captains, they hope to take their early success to a championship run.
Well, first of all, we have my three returning captains, which are Dennis Giordano's, who will be playing stopper, Joe Felice will be playing outside midfield, and Chris Barco is left back. In the underclassmen department, Andrew Cuevas back as sweeper. His first year of varsity, though he's a senior, is Eric Greenblatt. Ryan Dubin, Matthew Ryan. So we're a young squad, actually, very young squad.
While Ryan Dubin and Eric Greenblatt are up front scoring goals, Greg Dubow and Matthew Ryan help assist. Meanwhile, Dennis Giordano's stops on defense with Chris Barco on the right, Matt Diglio on the left, and Andrew Felice.
I'm a forward with Eric Greenblatt, and together we work really good. Hopefully we'll score a lot of goals and help Wayne Hills to a winning season.
I think we lost a lot of players last year, but this year we should be all right. It's going to be hard, but we have to all try hard. Just step it up this year.
The next few is there because we are very young. So my expectations with this team, I would like to be by the end of the season 500 because of the youth, the age of our team, and the amount of returners, starting returners is limited.
We also have the opportunity to talk to Matt Diglio, who gave us a good insight on what the future holds for this team.
We're coming along good. We have a little rough spots to cover up because of last year's graduates, but we're shaping up pretty nicely. Season, it'll turn out okay. We'll probably be about a 500 team. We'll probably make the playoffs, but that's like only expectations. We're not going to make it as far as we normally would, just because we had so many seniors graduate and we're a very young team.
Yesterday we played Bergenfield. We beat them 2-0, but they're an awfully weak team, and next Saturday we should be playing Ramapo, and it's going to be a tough game, but I think if we push ourselves and work our hardest, we might have a shot.
At goalie, Mark Williams has done a great job with his first year starting. As the returning captains, Dennis Giordano's, Joe Felice, and Chris Barco have put a tremendous effort to push the team as far as possible. We wish the best of luck to Wayne Hills boys soccer team with the rest of their season.
On Saturday, September 10th, 2005, the Children's Memorial Park was opened. It is a very sentimental and appreciated place by many. This park is dedicated to the children in Wayne that have passed away. What a great idea and outstanding accomplishment by Joan Nimchak, whose child also passed away. We wish the best of luck and only the best for the park and the families that have lost a loved one.
On Saturday, September 10th, 2005, the Children's Memorial Park was open. It is dedicated to the children in Wayne that have died. The park was started by Joan Nemchik, whose own daughter passed away. With the help of many different astonishing people, Joan was able to get this park finished. To recognize all the children who passed away, their names were read aloud in loving memory.
Marvin Reed Singer, Maureen Slevin,
Kenneth L. Nick Jr., Joan Colleen Nemchak,
Christopher Campagna, Kathleen Lynn Cancelleri, Daniel Lewis, Debbie Liss.
At the opening, there were many guest speakers, including Congressman Bill Pascrell Jr., Mayor Scott Tiermana, and Wayne Council President Joseph Schweigart.
Wayne, thank you for opening up your hearts, because I can't imagine what it is to lose a child. I can't imagine.
The loss of a child is one of the worst things that could ever happen to a parent. And we are now blessed with this beautiful park where we can all go and reflect upon those of our children who are no longer with us.
And yet, here today, while we're honoring those young people who have passed, we see life again in this facility.
This park came about because of the dream of one of our residents, Joan Nimchek, who approached Mayor David Wax about the possibility of putting together some sort of a memorial for children back in 1996.
This Children's Memorial Park all began 9 years ago with a simple idea of merely a plaque, then a bench, and perhaps some trees. Look how magnificent it has grown.
The opening of the Children's Memorial Park was a very special day and was long awaited by many.
As these doves fly up to the clouds, beyond the blue sky, toward the sun and over the rainbow, the spirit of our children will be greeted with loving arms. As we release these doves, we remember our loved ones with laughter, love, and the precious time spent with family and friends, to be placed gently into the hands of our loving God. May they now rest in peace. Believe.
Up next is the Wayne Hills varsity field hockey team. This year, the field hockey team is ready to defend their 2004 Passaic County champ title. Even after losing many talented seniors, this year's team remains strong and determined. With a 3-3 record, the team is optimistic they will continue to be successful in defeating even their toughest competitors. Watch out for Wayne Hills field hockey as they're staying alive in 2005.
Well, this season looks good. We're 1-1 right now. We lost to Montclair, and that's our toughest competitor. We haven't beaten them in a very long time, but we played very well, much better than we did last year. And we beat Northern Highlands, so I expect us to beat the Bergen County teams like we did last year, or be very competitive. We have a lot of seniors this year. We have 14 seniors. So we have a lot of senior starters. Some of the main ones that started last year were Amanda Mavakis. She scored our first goal of the season. Nikita Libertazzi, who's one of our captains, and Christina Ozier, who is our goalkeeper, who took over for Kelly last year and is doing a wonderful job. She's already had 25 saves in one of her games, so to keep Montclair away from us. We're competitive again this year. I think we're going to do just as well as we did last year. It's going to be a little tougher for us. Well, we lost some good seniors, and Susie Anderson is injured with an ACL tear from lacrosse. So that was a big loss that we had to fill in, but we're filling in well and starting to regain our team sense, and I think we're going to be pretty good this season.
A typical practice is like first we take 2 laps around the field and we stretch, doing like this new stretching that she taught us, and then we'll run like a campus or two. And then we'll just work on stick work or whatever we messed up on last game that she wants us to fix. Our record's 4-3, and I'm pretty happy with it considering we played like 3 of our hardest teams at the beginning, so it got a little harder. Probably have to say Montclair because we played them at home, and they're just like an amazing team and they're really fast. And since it was our first game, we weren't ready for it. We were really tired. Some of our starters are Nikita, who's our captain, and we have Amanda, Beek, Lauren, and Kayla as forward, and then some of our midfielders, it's me, Shay, and Katie, and our defense is Megan, Tori, and our goalie is captain and Shay. To counties that we did last year and to win states, because we got to the finals last year.
After speaking with Coach Gadami and field player Kristen Anderson, it is quite obvious this year's team is strong, determined, and very competitive. Watch out as this year's team is staying alive in 05.
Over the past few years at Hills, the hallways have been overcrowded, dangerous, and unpleasant. Then came the new wing, and Hills started looking a great deal better. The new wing was able to bring bigger lockers, more hallways, and many new computers, while delighting most of the student body. The new wing was also a plus for teachers, seeing as they didn't have to share classrooms anymore. The new adjustment to Hills will be a key aspect in the high school's future.
think the fact that it's air conditioned is certainly a hit with our student body and our staff. The fact that it's so clean and fresh and new, just beautiful. The color schemes are really nice. The fact that there's computers in every classroom, the computer lab is probably on par with a college computer lab. So I think there's a lot of great things going on in the new wing.
I think the new wing is a vital adjustment to our school, seeing that before the new wing there was lots and lots of crowding in the hallway, but now that we have another set of hallways, there has been a lot less traffic, and therefore we can get to classes on time, which is very important. And there has been less violence because now the bullies have more room to wander, which is also great. Yes, I have a few. People think that only the freshmen get the new wing, and it caused a little bit of an uprising against the upperclassmen. But many teachers also teach the sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and we all get to live and work together, upperclassmen and lowerclassmen. New chemistry labs up.
Not being here last year, I'm not completely sure myself. However, in talking to other staff members, there's been a tremendous decrease in traffic around the building. Just taking 350 kids and primarily keeping them in this area of the building certainly has to help. Well, there is. There certainly is a little, there's many more classrooms to have to deal with, but they're doing a great job, and certainly, if I could speak for, Mr. Markowick and the rest of the administration, they're very, very happy with the new wing. It's really helping out around here, and I think that our students are as equally happy with it.
Chemistry labs, I think they're very similar to the old chemistry labs, except that they have nice new lighting, and it's the surfaces are much cleaner. Like before, everything used to be crumbling in the old science wings, so it's much better. The lockers, don't even get me started on the lockers. The lockers are nice and spacious, and you can open them easily, unlike the other lockers, which most of the time get stuck. And these lockers are actually so big that you can fit a person inside. I have tried. And yeah, they're great, and you never need a janitor to open them.
If I could speak for, Mr. Markowick and the rest of the administration, they're very, very happy with the new wing. It's really helping out around here, and I think that our students are as equally happy with it.
That's great. Thank you, Mr. Pazowski.
After an incredible season completed with a state championship win, the Wayne Hills Patriots football team is back even stronger in 2005. Led by solid captains and a hardworking coaching staff, Wayne Hills fans are in for another tremendous season.
Attention, attention, may I have all your eyes and ears to the front of the room if only for 1 second. This table is taking its turn for the worst. Rock bottom and over the edge. Well, it's not like it hurts that much anyway. Upside down and inside out.
After state championship victory and a successful season, the Wayne Hills Patriots football team is ready to take on any competitors standing in their way. In the hands of Coach Olson and captains Justin Dubin, Nick Romeo, John Ein, and Pete Sarabia, the Patriots begin their journey for the next 12 fierce weeks.
We need to win another championship because, we expect nothing less.
Well, basically this year it's state championship or bust. I mean, after last year winning the state championship, I think me and the rest of my team, we expect nothing less. We want another state championship and a ring.
Our defense is very solid. We lost a lot of players last year, but we gained a lot too. Ray Van Peen is back, which is very good. And our offense, we have a new quarterback and a whole new line, but they're going to work together and hopefully we're going to do good.
I admire the coaches. I mean, they put in a lot of time and effort into our season to make sure that we know what's going on and that we're doing the right things, and they really care. And throughout the summer workouts, which they're not getting paid for, it's just they make the program great and successful, and I really respect them. And I'm really thankful for them. Well, I think obviously Wayne Hill's biggest rival is Ramapo. Year in and year out, basically, it's always us versus them to see who's going to win the state championship. They're always great competition, and I think we'll take them down this year.
Starting off strong and undefeated, this team brings high expectations for the season. Hope to see you in the stands.
The Wayne Hills girls gymnastics team started off to a slow start but hope to make big strides under the guidance of head coach Dan Ziegler and team captain Stephanie Fairclough. They hope to lead this team to a championship run.
This is my third year on the gymnastics team, and I do specifically bars. It takes a lot of time and a lot of dedication, and you can't be scared to do a lot of skills. But hopefully by the end of the season you can get all the skills that you were hoping for. 7 girls that make up the team right now, but we all have different skills that we can hopefully put together, and we can prepare for our first meet against Pascack Hills. Sarah Pekarsky's routines have improved a lot, and hopefully she will be improving her scores as the season progresses. Ivana's routines have also improved on bars, and she won't be competing for this year because of knee injuries. But we have a new freshman, Alexa Cashisher, which will be taking her place.
And this year our team captain is Stephanie. Stephanie obviously has been doing this for 4 years, and this year she's going to help us lead our team to win some games this year. After school from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock or 6:15, because we also have to clean up the gym. Our coach helps us to work really hard and accomplish our goals that we have for this year. Our group is also in my grade. She has improved on beam a lot, and she actually is going to compete this year. She's very, very good in beam, and she's also working her floor.
I compete in floor and only floor. I've competed in floor for my whole entire high school career, so that's freshman, sophomore, and now junior. I think gymnastics is a very, very fun sport, but it's also very intense. It's a lot of fun to be a part of.
The 4 events in the gymnastics team are vault, which is when you run and you jump on the horse and you do specific flips. Bars, when you use your body to do flips and stuff on the bars. Beam, you do obviously flips on the beam and you twist and turn, but the goal is not to fall. And floor, you just dance your heart out and have fun with it. And we have a new freshman, Alexa Keshisher. There's still new players that can do a lot of good things to our team.
Well, because I'm a junior, I feel like I have a lot more leadership, and I have to, each year I have to learn new skills, and it gets harder. I was doing so good!
Junior enters.
You can edit that.
The girls volleyball team has high expectations for the upcoming season. The Patriots started off a little shaky, but with the help of Coach Eustace, they plan to turn that around. Their current goal is to make a strong impact in the upcoming playoffs. Let's take a look into their season.
girls volleyball team hopes to compete in every match. We'd like to win our first round county game and perhaps make a little bit of a ripple in that tournament.
I haven't made any games yet, but I think that our varsity is good enough to win the majority of their games that they play. And I think that they'll have a really good season.
We were in August 22nd. We were running 4 or 5 hour practices. The girls worked out on their own before the season, and we put in some extra conditioning work.
On practices, we do a lot of different drills, working on different skills, and then sometimes we'll play little games, and it helps us a lot.
My returning seniors are Marissa Fox, Nahara Gonzalez, Carla Kraus, and our 2 captains, Jamie Rubin and Alyssa Sullivan.
Sullivan is one of the varsity captains, and she's definitely a key player. She's a strong person on the team, and she's definitely a big help for the varsity.
It's the same story every year. Old Tappan is favored to win Group 3. Demorest is favored to win Group 2. Fairlawn is going to be a contender in Group 4, and that's not even including the other division, which would be Pascack Hills, Pascack Valley, and Northern Highlands. Good volleyball player qualities. Explosiveness, quickness, leaping ability, intelligence, fast feet.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of Patriot Pride. Once again, I'm Matt.
And I'm Caitlin. See you next month. Hi and welcome to the December edition of Patriot Pride. I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Matt. Over the next 30 minutes, we're going to take a look at things ranging from Spirit Week to soccer and hockey.
So don't go away, we'll be right back. Last year's hockey team ended their season fabulously by winning the NBIL championship game. Coach Darren Amerkanian plans to defend this title during the upcoming season. With the departure of skilled seniors, Wayne Hill's underclassmen must step it up on the ice. We wish the hockey team the best of luck this winter. Let us now take a look at their hard work and preparation on and off the rink.
Hi, I'm Ricky Fernicol, member 2 on the Wayne Hills hockey team. And this season looks like it's going to be a very promising one. We have returning stars Albert Campbell, as most of you know. He scored a lot of goals, so there will be a lot of goals scored this year. Defense is looking okay. We lost a couple seniors, and our obvious slowest of our goalie, Charlie. But we have a solid backup, which hopefully will do good this year, as he will be starting. And a couple promising freshmen look like they could be good for the future of this hockey program.
Brian Rossman, goalie for Wayne Hills Hockey, number 30. To prepare for the season, we've been going to the weight room. We've been practicing on ice, and we've been working really hard. In the weight room, we do stuff bench, leg press, upper body, and on the ice practice a lot of drills that'll help us during the season. Like we do breakouts, tip-ins, and drills that'll help the goalies out this season when we're going to be facing those shots.
Hi, I'm Daylan, number 10 on Wayne Hills varsity hockey. Season looks pretty promising. We lost our senior goalie, Charlie, but we got 2 young goalies. We'll probably bring up the team again. Hey, I'm Eric White, and I play hockey for Wayne Hills. I'm number 5, and I'm the center on the varsity team. Our coach, Darren Amerkanian, he's a great coach. Last year, he led us to the NBAIL finals. He won our division. It was great. Hopefully we can repeat that again this year. The players we have some really good people on our team. Dave Rogers, Albert Campbell, great players. Hopefully we'll do good this year.
As a pretty decent fan of Wayne Hills hockey team, I like to go on and be happy and say we're going to have a pretty solid team this year. We're looking to score a lot of goals, and we're going to try to put some big numbers. As far as the expectations, last year we had a very good year, but we also had a very good goalie. We've also, like I said, and we're going to try to, replace him, but also put more goals in the actual net. That's the other team's net. We're going to want to try to do that because whoever has more goals at the end of the game is going to win this game. And I think if we put more goals in the other team's net, a lot more than the other team does, we're going to have a winning season, and we're going to go to championship. Ooh, yeah!
Wayne Hills hockey.
Woo! Hockey! Woo!
The Wayne Hills girls soccer team sets high standards for themselves at the beginning of every season. This year they surpassed these goals, defeating their crosstown rival Wayne Valley to win the county championship and reaching the state semifinals. The team is now looking to the future and is already preparing for another championship run.
This season we had a really good year. We won counties. We beat Valley in the finals 1-0. Then we also went on to win leagues for the first time since 1993, and we beat Ramapo the first time we played them, then tied them. Then we went on to the state sectional semifinals and unfortunately lost to Ramapo 2-1. However, we had an awesome season with a record of 18-2-1, the best the girls team had at all.
Some underclassmen have stepped up this year were Becky Ola. She's going to be a junior next year as sweeper. Erica Kunzig on right defense. She'll also be a junior next year. She's very strong on defense. Linda Stambuli on left defense stepped up. She's very quick and gets the ball.
A lot of people really stepped up this year to help the team be really strong. We just all came together really well. Our captain, Alyssa Baselli, had an awesome season. She has a sick shot and scored the winning goal versus Wayne Valley in the finals. Courtney Bacco also came up really big this year with a lot of shutouts and was just a powerhouse in the net. Katie Ash, coming back from a torn ACL last year, had a really great season and got first team all county along with the other two players, Alyssa and Courtney Bacco. Ali Pinedella was our leading scorer this year, senior, had about 18 goals, finished whenever we really needed her. Ariel Vandiger came up big with the winning goal with Rampo and gelled this year as a team.
The girls soccer team had an impressive run this year, winning the county tournament against Wayne Valley and reaching the state semifinals against Ramapo.
Our practice consisted of a lot of running at the beginning of the season. Towards the middle and end, they were more about tactical stuff and finishing, which proved to work because we scored a lot of goals this season and we were very successful.
Although this year we're graduating 11 seniors, the underclassmen have really been stepping it up. We're not losing any defenders next year, so hopefully we'll stay tough in the back. And there will be 3 seniors next year, and hopefully we can do as good as this year and keep this up.
My most memorable moment this season would be Wayne Valley in the county final. When we scored, it was a really good feeling. Then when the whistle blew, it was amazing that we actually beat them because we lost last year. And it was really good revenge, and we just showed that we were the better team.
The girls soccer team had an impressive run this year, winning the county tournament against Wayne Valley and reaching the state semifinals against Ramapo.
Wayne Hills Spirit Week is a time where students show their school spirit. After a week of creativity and fun, students show their dedication to their grade at Friday's Spirit Rally. This year, the freshmen were the Pink Primates, the sophomores were the Green G.I. Joes, the juniors were the Purple Raptors, and the seniors were the Orange Construction Workers. For the final results were seniors in first place, freshmen followed, then juniors, and then the sophomores. It was a great week for all. Money was raised for charity, and food cans were donated to the less fortunate.
Spirit Week this year ended with a very enthusiastic and tremendous Spirit Rally on Friday. The Orange Construction Working Seniors came out on top, followed by the Pink Primate Freshmen, Purple Raptor Juniors, and the Green G.I. Joe Sophomores. All grades showed much spirit and dedication throughout the entire week.
We'll
Well, I'm vice president of the executive board, so Spirit Week is like our thing. So we had to, pick the days. We had in the student council meeting, we had to vote for them. They were basically, pajama day, color day, hat day, the usual ones. And then we just had to set up penny wars, which we're going to donate to a needy family, the money from that. And then we're going to we had the food drive. We just give to needy families who need food, obviously. And we got a ton of food on the last day, which was Thursday. Seniors brought a ton of food for Seniors Rule.
I'm really sad that it's going to be our last Spirit Week because Spirit Week has always been a thing that I always look forward to every year, and it's always been fun. It's always been a memorable experience, and having this being the last one, hopefully, actually we are going to win, and going out on top is going to be good. But we're going to miss this. I mean, if you look around, it's really fun setting it up and just rooting for your team.
Stay if you wanna love me, stay. Oh, don't be shy. Let's cause a scene like lovers do on silver screens. Let's make it, yeah, we'll cause a scene.
Unfortunately, this is class of 2006's last Spirit rally ever.
It's indie rock
Every
and
senior
roll
agrees that Spirit Week is a time that unites Wayne Hills and a time they will remember forever.
It's indie rock and roll.
Coming after you all day. All day.
When invented in the late 80s, snowboarding was never thought to have been a sport. Now, with the interest from people of all ages, snowboarding is finally recognized as a real sport. Let's take a look.
She's a rebel, she's a saint, she's the salt of the earth, and she's dangerous. She's a rebel, vigilante, missing link on the brink of destruction. From Chicago to Toronto, she's the one that they call.
Snowboarding was invented in the late 80s. People didn't think it would become such a popular sport. Now, due to competitions like the X Games and recognition among the average person, snowboarding has become more popular than ever. We here at Wayne Hills TV wanted to find out why it has become what it is today. To do so, we interviewed 2 Wayne Hills students to find out their opinions. I started snowboarding roughly about 10 years ago, and the reason I did it was, I don't know, I guess I just saw some kind of it almost motivated me to actually go out and do something. I actually was one of the first people to actually do it. I've been doing it since 2nd grade, and then ever since I did it, all my friends started doing it and stuff like that. I mean, I do it basically for a type of adrenaline rush, I guess, because when you're going through the air and stuff like that, doing tricks, it's pretty fun.
I've been skiing since I was 2 and a half, and it's a really great sport because all your friends can do it together. And recently, free riding, which is basically doing jumps and rails, and all these different features, have become popular. People, especially our age, and things like twin tip skis and high-tech poles and things like that have really come into play and really improve this area of the sport. So you can do a lot of different tricks. Obviously, my favorite trick is the spread eagle because it looks cool if you do it good. And if you get a lot of air on it, you can stay in that position for a decent amount of time. I think skiing and snowboarding are pretty popular among teenagers right now because that's the thing you can do socially, and also you can do a lot of cool things. If you learn, it's always a thing to get better.
2005, Wayne Hills gymnastics team was expected to have a rebuilding year, but they proved the writers wrong by finishing strong and winning its 2nd county title. After 4 years, they've shown they can handle any situation thrown at them. Let's take a look.
Kirker, and and I'm currently the assistant coach for Wayne Hills gymnastics team. And I basically help the girls on floor with their skills and critique them in getting better in what they do. I've helped them tremendously for, my experiences with tumbling and cheerleading and gymnastics. And they won counties, and it was the greatest feeling in the world.
Gymnastics team, we did go. We did the best we could, and surprisingly we won counties, which was amazing. Big honor.
Wonderful. It was a dream come true for me as a coach for the first time on the high school level to have my girls win county division. And I almost shed a tear. The girls, I was so happy for them. Congratulations to them.
Our success as well was our key players. One key player is Sarah Pekarsky. Sarah Pekarsky is an all-around gymnast. She does vault, bars, beam floor, all as usual. And she helps us get a lot of points this year.
The girl goals are to keep the title going.
We started with a rough start, but as we kept on progressing, we started to improve on skills, and people from last year to this year improved a lot more. And another person is Danielle Tarragano. Danielle Tarragano won 3rd place this year for floor exercise. That's the only event she's competing, which is really well. She's done really well for 3rd place, and she actually learned a full this year, which is a requirement for floor. Like sophomores from this year, who were obviously freshmen last year, we were just in a beginning level, but now we went to more of an intermediate level. Anna improved a lot from last year to this year, and she's also an all-around gymnast who's progressing to become even better as she was last year. She got 3rd place, on vault and beam for counties, which is really well considering it was 3rd place. I think we're going to be even better than this year because we're going to get a couple more all-around gymnasts, as I heard, that are freshmen who are really good. And I think we're going to just be even better than we were last year.
What, the whole thing? Yep. Can you see it? That was a 7-5. What up? What do you want me to say? Not really.
Up next is the awe-inspiring Wayne Hills dance team. These girls have been working hard to step it up and fill the shoes of last year's dance team. Led by captains Marissa Lepore, Ali Shoney, Alyssa Beauchamp, and Alexis Dispenseri, the Wayne Hills dance team is ready to make a statement in the 2005-2006 season. Now let's go take a look.
My name is Danielle Tarragano, and I've been on dance team my freshman, sophomore, and junior year. The most enjoyable thing about dance team is you get to let your true self out. You get to, just show your true feeling. We only had a couple practices so far, just for Spirit Week, and it's just been, an hour, and we went over the routines constantly. I used to, like every day of my life, I used to be in a studio, but I quit that just to have more of a social life. For trials this year, we had to be able to do 2 different types of weeks, a double turn, even a triple turn, and we were going to Florida, and that was a big competition for nationals, so that was fun.
Back in the day, my clouds was gray, and
a jazz dance and a hip hop dance that we learned in UDA at dance camp during the summer, and we're going to perform it during Spirit. Hip hop's like that. Jazz is like sort of that.
You got it like that. Can I have it like that? You got it like that.
Captains are all the seniors who are on dance team. Marissa Lepore, Ali, Ashoni, Alyssa Beauchamp, and Alexis.
Can I have it like that?
I'm a junior. I've been on dance team since sophomore year.
I control their mind from straight over the phone.
Practices were only for Spirit Week so far, and like that past 30 weeks we do like dances that we learned in dance camp during December.
It's just like a body move, it turns her on.
We're supposed to be doing competitions later this year, like maybe 2. We haven't practiced for them yet, but we're gonna. Competitions are pretty much, I guess, I haven't been to one for dance teams, but I'm pretty sure they're like all dance teams from different schools.
Hi, I'm Christine Rigalti. I'm a junior and I'm on the dance team. After Spirit Rally, we performed 2 dances, jazz and hip hop, and they went really well. At a typical practice, we usually stretch and drill the dance over and over again. It's a lot different than last year. It wasn't like as serious like we just did Spirit Rally. This year we're doing a competition, and a competition is when like a bunch of different schools come together and compete for like, the title. Also this year we're performing at the basketball games, the varsity basketball games at halftime, and we're also doing dancing in the SDA show. Tryouts this year were really different. Like we did stretching and we did our beats and stuff, and then they taught us dance and we did different groups. And we had 3 judges come from a different dance studio, and they decided so it was fair. So no one was happy to like favor anyone.
The dance team has been working really hard this year so that they'll be able to kick butt this year in competition and show their stuff. And they want to bring it this year like they've never brought it before.
The dance team is off to a great start this year. The captains made up dances for the girls to learn, and they had a great performance at Spirit Week. They will be performing their routine at basketball games.
In our next story, we got a chance to interview Detective Colin Tarpey, who is one of the police officers that aided in the recovery of New Orleans. There he helped the people and the community. He really gave his time and dedication in aiding in the recovery effort.
I'm here with Detective Colin Tarpey, who went down to the devastated New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina hit. Detective, what was it like down there?
It was pretty surreal. The devastation was far-reaching. You know, from we first noticed how far the damage came through from the hurricane farther north of New Orleans in Mississippi, with all the tree damage as we were coming down the highway. So it was a pretty devastating storm.
How many people from Wayne, officers, went with you, and what exactly did you do down there to help the efforts?
Well, I was one of 4 officers from Wayne, Detective Sergeant Bob Martello, Officer Ed Wolf and Brian Worrell, as well as 13 from Passaic County Sheriff's Department, 2 from Ringwood and I believe Clifton, and 1 from Totowa. So about 22 officers from Passaic County altogether, and we were part of a 153-man contingent that went down with the state police.
A lot of TV, stations were down there. They were filming and all. Was it a lot different seeing it in person rather than the pictures that we saw on TV? Was it really just that much more emotional being there at the site?
Absolutely. It was, the smells hit you right away. It's because it was so hot. I mean, with the heat index when we were down there, they were saying it was about 110 degrees. So between the sewage and whatever else was going on, it was pretty pungent down there. And to be down there physically and just be looking around and see the devastation yourself, it was pretty overwhelming.
Yeah, I can't even imagine that. You mentioned the heat there. They showed a lot of things on the news on how it was difficult to get food, it was difficult to get water and places to sleep. Where did you get those things?
Well, like I said, we were part of a 153-man contingent, and we rode down in car carriers and New Jersey Transit buses, and were followed by 18-wheelers carrying supplies. We were meant to sustain ourselves for about 3 days before they found a place for us to stay, which wound up being in a town north of New Orleans called Kenner. We stayed in an elementary school gym. The name of the gym was Musbertolino. Fortunately for us, they got power up and the gym was air conditioned. So by the time you got back from New Orleans and into the shower, you wanted to run right inside because the AC was like, the gym was like a meat locker at that point. So.
When you were in the actual city of New Orleans, obviously it was devastated. You mentioned it. We heard a lot about looting from the people that lived there, and then you heard afterwards that maybe it was blown out of proportion a little bit. Did you see any of that, and if so, how bad was it?
Well, we were there 2 weeks after the initial storm, so the only evidence there was evidence of looting, and there was looting, and plenty of evidence in the fact that you walk past or drive past the store, we saw AutoZones, Rite Aids, banks, everything was crashed in. Coors Light trucks on the highway were looted that broke down or ran out of gas, that type of thing. So there was a great deal of looting before our arrival. When we were there, everyone was basically out of the city. So it was more a scene of kind of wonderment in the sense that nobody was there other than law enforcement.
When you said you came with a lot of people from northern Jersey, did you get together with maybe some officers that came from other states and work with them and trying to help the relief effort?
Absolutely. There were, just getting FEMA involved and the different states that were down there, we made contact with a ton of different agencies. The California Highway Patrol was working a couple blocks over from us. You saw the SPCA going in and out of the neighborhoods, and we did a lot of work with them. Most of I personally didn't find any bodies in some of the houses that we searched, but we found a lot of dogs, and we found a lot of cats and a lot of different animals that needed help or were in fact dead at that point. So the SPCA, American Red Cross, the Oklahoma National Guard carted us around in 5-ton trucks to different neighborhoods where in District 2 and District 6, I believe, of the city, that is where we searched. We went from house to house, basically knocking in doors if there was evidence of somebody inside.
Well, I can imagine you've never seen anything like that before. Emotionally, does that take a toll on you? Do you now feel differently about things after viewing some of those?
Well, on a personal level, we knew what to expect going down there. I don't really feel any kind of tragic feelings other than the sympathy for the people that were carted out of there and had lost everything. On a law enforcement perspective, I worked with state troopers, Louisiana state troopers, going house to house answering unanswered 911 calls that were backlogged. We're talking 8,000 of them. And I think our task force answered upwards of 4,000 of them with the Louisiana State Police combined for the whole time that we were there. They just left this week. But these guys lost everything, and they're still down there working. And that includes New Orleans police as well. They got a lot of media and bad rap with regard to what was going on down there. But there were a lot of New Orleans police officers still working, as well as the fire department and the EMS. And the people that lived down there lost everything they had. So I don't know if that answers your questions. I know on a tirade, but as far as an emotional level, personally, no. I actually feel proud of what we did down there.
You should. It's unbelievable to have the courage what you guys did, and from a personal level, I know you now. It's incredible. For all the viewers at home, is there an organization they can contact to help some of the devastation and damage that's going on down there?
Yeah, Wayne PBA Local 136 is having a fund drive to assist the Southern States PBA. Their website is sspba.org. You can send donations to the Wayne PBA through the police department, 475 Valley Road in Wayne, and we will forward it to the Southern States PBA. We're having a fundraiser for it right now.
All right, Detective, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for representing us, and really a devastating time. We're going to take a commercial break. We will be back.
That's what's happening here at Wayne House.
Make sure to tune in again next month for another edition of Patriot Pride. Once again, I'm Matt.
And I'm Caitlin. Have a happy holiday and see you next year.